Question number 31, right?
Yeah, 31. B.
31 is B.
Yeah.
You are asked to prepare a budget for completing a project that was started last year and then shelved for 6 months. All the following will be included in the budget except. You are asked to prepare a budget for completing a project that was started last year and then shelved for 6 months. All the following will be included in the budget except. Okay, now there is a project to be completed within a specified budget, which is this project started last year and it should be completed for 6 months. So you have to prepare a budget for that. Okay, you have to prepare a budget for a project that was started last year and then shelved for 6 months. Fixed cost, all of the following will be included in the budget. All of the following will be included in this budget. So fixed cost is included, direct cost is included, variable cost is included, sunk cost is not included. No, you cannot.
What is sunk cost?
Huh?
What is sunk cost?
Sunk means something that is dripping. It means your project is going to drip or your project is going to lose. Huh? Sunk cost means loss.
Okay.
Loss in cost. Okay. Yeah, but since you are preparing a budget,
Okay.
you are not calculating loss, right? So that's why the correct option is B, sunk cost. Okay, question number
But
30.
here mentioned one point.
Sorry?
Here mentioned one point. A project that was started last year and then shelved for 6 months.
Shall mean the duration is 6 months.
Shelved for 6 months means okay. So
Duration for the project is 6 months. Okay?
okay.
But we are preparing a budget, so we are not calculating the loss. We are calculating fixed cost, direct cost, and variable cost. We are not calculating loss at this time because since we are preparing a budget. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, question number 32.
B.
B?
Let's see. Okay.
What about the other two?
B.
I think B is wrong. Let us go to the question. The correct answer is C. Okay, you are trying to decide whether to lease or buy an item from your project, for your project. The daily lease cost is US $150. To purchase the item, the investment cost is US $2,000 and the daily cost is $50 US. In how many days will the lease cost be the same as the purchase cost? So now you are trying to decide whether to lease or buy an item for your project. Okay, you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision to either lease or buy an item for your project. The daily lease cost is $150. To purchase the item, the investment cost is $2,000. Okay, and the daily cost is $50 US. In how many days will lease cost be the same as the purchase cost?
So 2000 divided by 150. Yeah, 13.33.
Yeah, 13.33. But you are, here, the correct answer is not 13, no? The correct answer is C. But the daily lease cost is $150 US. To purchase the item, the investment cost is 2,000 and the daily cost is, okay, now we can here interpolate. How we can interpolate? The daily cost is 150 US dollars, okay, and to purchase the item, the investment cost is 2,000. Okay, there is a lease and there is a purchase. So if we are going for purchase, to purchase the item, the investment cost is 2,000 and the daily cost is 50. 50 divided by 2,000. It is 2,000 divided by 50 into 150. Okay, in how many days will lease cost be the same as the purchase cost? It means in how many days the lease cost will be the same as the purchase cost. The lease cost is 150 and the daily cost for the purchase item is 50. Okay, 150 divided by 50.
So Renault wrote right answer. No?
Yeah, Renaud, how did you calculate?
Now you just minus 150. You minus the 50 by 150. So 150 minus 50 is 100 US
Okay,
dollar.
okay.
You divide the 2,000 by 100 US dollar, you will get 20 days.
No, 150 minus 50 is
No,
equal to
150 minus 50 will become 100 US dollar.
okay.
How on
And
what
then
basis will
2,000
be
2,000 you
applied this
divide by
money?
100 becomes 20 days.
Okay,
2,000 US dollar you divide by the difference between the 150 and the 50 is 100. So 2,000 divided by 100 will be 20 days.
but why you are making the difference between 150 and 50?
Now this is in order to come up with the this is just my assumption in order to come up with the 20 days exactly. So
Uh,
it means he deducted the daily cost
okay,
of buying the equipment with
okay,
the rental cost of 150. This
okay,
is a rental cost. Rental cost minus your cost of owning the equipment will be the difference
okay,
of your daily cost on a daily basis.
okay,
So you will invest 2,000 and you will divide that by your difference in daily cost, and it will take 20 days for your investment to be the same as your rental cost.
it means rental cost is 150
Yeah,
and
150.
yeah 150 and then the daily cost for the item is to purchase this item is $50, so it is $100, but the
Yeah.
total investment is 2,000, so 2,000
Yes.
divided by 100,
Will
uh,
become 20.
you need 20 days uh, so that your lease cost rental cost will be the same as the purchase cost, right?
Yes, correct. That is the minimum days that you will. It's a break even. The minimum days that you will get break even.
Yes, so it means you need 20 days
Yes.
to
To get your investment money.
return on investment, right?
Yeah, your return on investment.
Okay, this is also okay. Yeah. Okay, question number 33.
33B.
B. Yeah, B.
Yeah, it's B.
34.
So 34 actually for confusion.
Yes.
Here it is pointed.
Okay, let us go to 34.
50-50 rule
We didn't discuss
Which
50-50.
okay, let's go to 34. Which of the following best describe the meaning of the 50-50 rule? Grant 50% progress, a task begins and 50% upon completion. 50% of work is done by 50% of the people on the project. Identify 50% of risk before you start to develop a response, a measure of Gantt chart review. So the correct answer is A. Grant 50% progress, a task begins and 50% upon completion. So this is the meaning of 50-50 rules. Like 50% of progress in a task that begins and 50% upon completion. It means you progress for 50%, then you will be paid for 50, and then when you finish, you will be paid for again for the rest of them. You got my point?
Okay.
Option.
Yeah.
This is used in
Sir,
the
can you
design.
just give some
This is
like
used in a
example
design
for
design services normally.
Yes. It is mostly used in design.
For example, if a designer give the the design, you will pay him 50%. When he complete the whole design, you will give him the 100% payment.
Yes.
So
Before
that's the meaning of 50-50.
it means you will give in advance 50%. Okay. You will give in advance in 50%, and then when the design is finished, you will have to pay the again 50%. Right?
Yeah, correct. That's the 50-50
Yeah.
rule.
You need to give in advance 50%.
So once more time.
You know, if any designer, if any designer is appointed to the project, let's say for example some proposed work or some additional work to the project, okay, addition of roads, addition of 2 roads, okay, so the client will appoint a designer, okay, any consultant or designer. So how the payment terms will be, it means the designer, the terms and condition will be 50-50 rule. It means the designer will get 50% advance payment, okay,
Okay.
when the design is finished, then and the design is released, then the designer will get again the 50% of the payment.
Okay.
So it means the designer is paid in advance for 50%. And the rest, then the rest of the 50% will be paid upon completion.
So what is the difference between this 50-50 rule and milestone payment?
This is related
We
to
can
50.
say this as a milestone.
No.
50%.
Payment means like it is a project now. Design is a project. For any designer to create to prepare a design is a project, right?
Yes.
Okay, so to prepare a design, it means grant 50% progress. It means grant him 50%. 50% of the progress means 50% of the payment. When the task begins, okay, it means before the task begins, and then grant 50% upon completion. Okay, this is how the 50-50 rule is described. And a very good example is a designer, as Ronaldo is saying, the designer, it goes for the design part, because in the project only advance payment is being given, which is 10% of the project value. Okay, it is not 50-50 rule. Okay, and then when the interim payments are there, so there is terms and conditions. So you cannot go for the 50-50 rule. This 50-50 rule is applied only in design projects. Okay, so a designer will create a design, so he will be paid in advance 50%, and when the design is completed, then again the rest 50% will be paid. Okay. Question number 35.
35. I didn't answer.
It's A.
Okay.
I wrote C.
Okay. Which estimating methods tend to be the most costly for creating cost estimate? For creating a project is cost estimate. Bottom up, analogous, parametric, 50-50 rule. So now, which estimating method tends to be most costly? It means there are some estimating techniques, okay, but which technique is the most costly? Uh, Parametric. What is the meaning of parametric? You calculate your project estimate based on the previous history, right?
Yes.
And then there is analogous. Analogous means you go from higher to lower, right? And then the 50-50 rule as we described now. But the correct answer is bottom up.
Oh.
Bottom up means you calculate from the very small or from the very minute until the higher category, right? From the activity level to the WBS level. From the activity level to the WBS level is called bottom up. Okay.
This is also equal to detailed estimating. Bottom up is also equal to detailed
Yes, yes,
estimating.
yes. It's also called detail estimating because you're calculating from a very minute activity level to the work breakdown level. Okay.
And this is most costly because you take so many hours to do the bottom estimating.
Yes, you are taking a lot of time to
A
calculate
lot
this.
of time.
Yes, that is the reason that it is most costly. Ronaldo, what did you select in this question?
Yeah, A, bottom up.
Yeah, okay. Okay, question number 36.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
A.
36A.
A.
For all of three of you, A.
Yeah, A.
Yeah.
Question number 37.
Yeah,
D.
37.
37 I would see.
I wrote C.
Okay, there is something wrong in question number 37. Okay, estimate at completion can be computed by taking the budget at completion and dividing it by CPI. Estimate at completion can be computed by taking the budget at completion. So what is the formula for EAC? Estimate at complete is equal to BAC, budget at complete, divide by CPI, cost performance index. Then
Divided by CPI or multiply by CPI?
divide by CPI.
Uh,
Divide by CPI. Let me show you where is it. See here, you see, can you see the
This
screen?
one. This one.
Yeah, independent estimated completion is equal to BAC divided by CPI. Can you see the screen?
yeah.
One second. This one, I will highlight here.
Yeah. Divided by CPI.
Estimated completion is equal to budgeted completion divided by CPI. Okay.
Okay.
Question number
38. 38, I didn't answer, sir.
What about Ronaldo?
I choose D.
So I have some doubt on 38. Can we discuss?
Yeah, okay. As a project manager, you are presented with the following information on the NPV for several potential projects. Which is your best choice? As a project manager, you are presented with the following information on the NPV for several potential projects. Which project is your best choice? Project A with NPV of 95,000 US dollars. Project B with NPV of US 120 US dollars. Project C with NPV of US $20,000 and Project D with NPV of US $30,000. Ronaldo, do you have any idea for this question?
Yeah, the NPV means net present value.
Okay.
But the way I see it, the higher the net present value, this is the best choice.
Net
Because
present.
120 is the biggest figure of all the choices.
Yeah, but it is net present value.
Yeah, NPV means net present value. This is an accounting. This is used in a feasibility study.
Yeah, okay, but as a project manager, you are presenting with the following information on the net present value for several potential projects. Which project is your best choice? It means you are going for high value project.
Yeah, the way I see it, you have to go to the higher value of net present
But
value.
why? But why? But why for high value?
Yeah, means that's why I choose the lower. I don't know also.
Yeah, but here the correct answer is B, na? B.
Yeah, the biggest figure.
It means this project manager, he want to select a project which has a high value, net present value. Okay, it means I don't know why he's going for a higher value project. But I think the way I can see here is uh, it means a project manager is going for a project which has a net this is net present value or net potential value.
Or maybe I'm not very sure. But NPV normally is net present value.
1 second. Yeah, net present value. It means if the project has good net present value, it means the cash flow will be good because the net present, it is used in finance actually, the NPV. The net present value or net present worth applies to a series of cash flow occurring at different times. The present value of a cash flow depends on the interval of time between now and the cash flow. It also depends on the discount rate. NPV account for the time value of money. It provides a method of evaluating and comparing capital projects or financial projects with cash flow spread over time, investment, payouts from insurance contracts plus. It means this net present value is to be accounted for the cash flow. It is based upon time. Okay, this value is merged with respect to the time. So the project manager is going to select a high value, a project of high value. Obviously, he's not going to select the lowest value. Why he will go for the project of lowest value that is having a net present value? But still, there is a confusion, Ronaldo, for this. Huh? Why is selecting the high value?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But still, there is
This
a
is
confusion.
for accountant. We are not normally this is for accountant.
Yeah, it is used in finance.
Yeah, finance.
Okay, but we will have a research on this. I think I will also research on this, and I can email you again if I got some good information upon this. Okay, upon this question. Okay, but you guys are also open to search for it. Why the project manager selected a high value? Huh?
Okay.
Why go for high value? But I will try to find it out. If I find a better answer to this, then I will email you. Okay, I have your email IDs. Okay, question number 39.
A.
39A.
A?
A. Yeah, A.
Okay, question number 40.
A.
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 41.
A.
A.
41 also A. Yeah.
42.
B.
42 I know.
Sorry?
42 can we discuss? I wrote B.
Okay, we will discuss 42. Now, a project manager is controlling the performance of a project when the project control manager indicates the project has SPI of 0.76. It means if SPI is less than 1, it means delay in project. If SPI is or behind the schedule. If SPI is greater than 1, it is ahead of the schedule. Okay, this is the meaning of SPI. If it is greater than 1, it means ahead of the schedule. If it is less than 1, it is behind the schedule. Which of the following describes what does this mean? You are our budget. This is wrong. You are
That's
ahead of
wrong.
schedule. You are wrong here. Again, this is not the correct option.
Yeah.
You are only progressing at 76% of the rate originally planned. Yes, this is the correct. Means
Now D.
the correct answer is C.
Yeah.
It is less than 1. So it is behind the schedule. So the
Okay.
meaning is you are only progressing 76%. 76%. Or you are only achieving 76% of the progress against 100%. Okay? So the correct answer is C. Question number 43.
Same question.
Huh?
Yes, C.
Question 42 and 3. 42 and 43.
Okay, 44.
C.
44.
I wrote C.
I didn't answer that one.
Okay.
I doubt.
50,
It's 50 by 50 rules, no, so I don't know.
sorry? Yeah, let me explain. The 50-50 rule is a method of, it is not a method of crashing. It is not a method of PERT. It is not a method of cost because 50-50 rules applies to performance. Okay. How the 50-50 rule is applied? Again, I will explain. If a designer is appointed to design some building or some roadworks, he will be paid in advance 50, but the rest of the 50 will be paid upon completion. So it means his performance is required to complete. His performance is required upon completion, then the 50 will be paid. So the 50-50 rule is a method of performance, not the performance of cost. It is not a method of cost. Okay, it relates to performance. When he finish upon then the 50 again the rest of the 50 will be paid. Okay.
Okay.
Question number 45.
I wrote C.
I wrote C on. I also wrote C.
The correct answer is B. Let's see. A project manager wants to decrease the cost of a project that a consultant is completing for her company. A project manager wants to decrease cost on a project that a consultant is completing for a company. What cost should the project manager consider to accomplish this? Now here the correct answer is C. No, B. Correct answer is B. Yes. So a project manager wants to decrease cost on a project that a consultant is completing for her company. What cost should the project manager consider to accomplish this? Okay, it means a project manager want to decrease cost on a project. Okay, he want to decrease the cost. But what cost should the project manager consider? What is the method to calculate to decrease the cost? It is variable and fixed, variable and direct, fixed and indirect, fixed and direct. It will be variable, it should vary, and it should be direct. Okay. For variable means he should change. He should make some changes. Okay, and it should be direct. It should not be like variable and fixed. It should not be fixed and indirect. It should not be fixed and direct. There is a meaning between, what is the meaning of direct? Direct cost means your cost on the resources. Okay. Indirect cost means those resources that are not directly working on the project, like the indirect resources. So it should be variable and it should be direct. So he should reduce the cost. The method should be reducing the cost on the direct of the resources, and it should vary. It should be variable. It should not be fixed. Okay. So this is the correct option. Option number B. Okay. It should not be fixed and direct. Okay. It should not be fixed and indirect. It should not be variable and fixed. It should be variable. The cost should be variable, and it should be upon the direct resources. Okay, question number, is it clear or should I explain again?
Yeah, it's clear.
Clear, clear.
Okay, question number 46.
46.
I wrote A.
I also wrote A.
Okay. Resource requirement are determined before the project schedule and network diagram. I don't think so, no. Ask the team for estimate of each task. Provide an order of magnitude estimate. Calculate and estimate using a computer model. Ronaldo, what did you choose?
No, I choose wrong A.
I wrote A also.
I also wrote A.
Resource requirement are determined by before the project schedule and network diagram. This option is wrong. Before the project schedule and network diagram. No, you cannot calculate resources before project schedule. Number 2 is ask the team for estimate of each task. Okay, if you ask the team to estimate for each task, but there are certain tasks that the resources will be leveled. It means you will use this one resource within 2 activities or maybe 3 activities. So you cannot estimate the resource based on each task. Okay, you cannot estimate the resource for only one activity. Okay, so this option is not correct. That you only calculate the resource or you can only estimate the resource based on each task. No, there are some resources that are being used for certain activities, for certain tasks in a project, not only for one task. The 4th option is calculate and estimate using a computer model. This is also wrong. Only one is left, provide an order of magnitude estimate. Provide an order of magnitude estimate. So this is the most nearest answer to this, which we provide an order of magnitude estimate. We try to create an order and make an estimate based on the magnitude. Okay, so the other 3 options are wrong. You cannot calculate the resources before the project schedule. You cannot ask the team to calculate or to estimate for each task, because as I told you, some resources are used on 2 to 3 activities or 2 to 3 tasks. And the 4th option is also wrong. Calculate and estimate using a computer model. The only option that is left is provide an order of magnitude estimate. Okay, order of magnitude estimate. So provide an order. Okay, you create an order which has an estimated magnitude. Okay, question number 47.
C.
Huh?
C.
I see.
Anyone?
I choose A.
Okay, let us go to 47.
Cost base.
Okay, a cost baseline is a product of cost budgeting.
Cost budgeting.
Yes, it is not resource planning. It is not cost estimating. It is not cost control. It is cost budgeting. A cost baseline is a cost budgeting, right?
Yeah.
Question number 48.
D. D.
D?
I
I
wrote
choose
A.
B.
Okay,
D, I
same
wrote
thing.
D.
Okay, 48D. An estimate at completion is an output of which cost management process? Estimate at completion. So you are calculating estimate at completion is an output of which cost management process? It is not resource planning. It is not cost estimating. It is not cost budgeting. It is cost control. So actually you are controlling the cost. You are estimating how much amount is required to complete this project. You are calculating estimate at completion. How much it will be estimated? How much will be the estimate cost to complete this project? So which cost management process is there? Cost control is there. Okay, you are controlling the cost, right?
Yeah.
You are controlling the cost. Question number
Yes.
49.
A.
Sorry?
I wrote A.
Okay. Celine? Okay.
I wrote A. I wrote A.
Okay,
49
49.
I wrote B.
Okay. Project setup costs are an example of project
Fixed cost.
setup costs are an example of variable cost, fixed cost, sunk cost, indirect cost. So project setup costs are an example of fixed cost. It is not sunk cost. It is not loose cost. It is not indirect cost. If we go for option C, it is not sunk cost, and it is also not indirect cost. Okay, you're not only calculating because there is direct cost also involved. It is not variable cost. Okay, it will not vary, but it is fixed cost. You reach to the point when you estimate, you reach to the point that you have fixed cost now, right? And fixed costs include indirect costs, sunk cost, variable cost. Okay, so you have fixed cost now for this project. You have a budget for this project now. Okay, so your project setup cost is a fixed cost. It is not variable cost. It is not sunk cost. It is not indirect cost. If you want to set up a project, which cost you will include? It will be fixed cost because your cost will be fixed, right? It will not vary. It will not be an indirect cost. Okay, it will not be a sunk cost. You will have a fixed cost for it to set up a project. Is it clear?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah.
Question number 50.
B.
B.
51D.
50. Question number 50.
NPV.
I didn't wrote, sir. It's NPV.
Okay. If project A has net present value of US $30,000 and project B has net present value of US $50,000, what is the opportunity cost if project B is selected? What is the opportunity cost if project B is selected? Now, a project A has a net present value of 30,000 and project B has net present value of 50,000. What is the opportunity cost if project B is selected? Opportunity cost. It means like it should be, the correct answer is B because they have selected 30,000 US dollars, but it goes for a project A. Okay, but if we see now project B has a net value of $50,000. So what is the opportunity cost if project B is selected? What do you think, Ronaldo? Again, this thing is not clear. This
Yeah, I'm confused with NPV. I do not know the principle of net present value.
yes, but it is a financial term. It is a financial
Yeah,
term.
financial term.
Yeah.
This is used in feasibility study.
It is used in feasibility study. But now,
Yeah.
here the question is, project A has NPV 30,000 and project B is 50,000. What is the opportunity cost if project B is selected? So, okay, it is saying project B is 50,000 US dollars, but it is saying what is the opportunity cost? It means you will take the other term value or other parameter value of the other project like 30,000. I don't know. I'm confused here in this also in this question.
Yeah, I'm also confused.
But let me see. Let me do a research on this. If I can get a good answer for this, and if there is some logical way of explaining this or of answering this question, I will surely email you. Okay. Okay. Question number 51.
D.
51D.
51D, right?
D, yeah.
All of you have selected D.
Yeah, I choose D.
Yeah, D.
Okay. Now we will start from question number 52 until question number 71. So we will answer until 70. Okay. So this is the last question. From 51 to 70. Okay. So you'll have a good knowledge of how to answer these questions in the exam, in the PSP exam. I think.
Today, most of the questions are logical questions.
Sorry.